My name is Prairie Opophany, and you're welcome to my podcast. What God said, no, that's not what I want. I want the sacrifice of remembrance, of praise. Praise me, thank me for who I am, for what I have done. So this is me scribbling my own story on my rock, on my stone. So that's why we have the name Stories in the Stone. Hello everyone, still Prairie Opophany, and it's Stories in Stone. Okay, so this particular story now, I don't know what I was thinking. I needed to do something. I'd said I wanted to go to Akodo, Edo State. A friend of mine had invited me to come do a documentary. I didn't have a dime. I didn't have 10 kobo. I just knew that I wanted to go. And I didn't even have a car. So I said, and I had a baby. Hey, Jesus Christ. I had a baby. Was it Akili? No, it was Mimi. Akili didn't go with me. It was Mimi. I already had Mimi. Mimi was a year. Not up to a year. Some months old. Anyway, long and short. So I decided to go to Edo to go and do a documentary on the cases. There were cases was becoming very rampant, and it had to do with Yahoo Plus and all of that, and how boys were their mothers or their neighbor's son. A gang of boys would come and a boy, and it was ritual related and all of that. So I wanted to shoot the documentary, and I didn't have a dime. I didn't know how, and I spoke with someone. God bless him, Ogaima, God bless him. And I told him, and I said, I don't have money for it, but I know that it's something we should do. It should be heard, And I literally, someone gave me a car. I didn't have a car then at that time. So someone gave me a car, and he tried the car, and he said, no, we can't take this car, that he would rather take his own car. Now, this Ogaima, I'd not discussed money with him. I wasn't going to pay him. 1, 2. He now still brought his car. So we just needed money to fuel the car. I know I was stressing my husband. But I think he gave us money. Yes, he gave us money to fuel the car, and that was it. And we went. We didn't know where we were going to. I was with my child. See, God literally sent Ogaima to me because it made no sense. If you say, Akodo, that place was scary. It was so scary. At night, we got there. We didn't know where we were going to. It looked like all those horror movies that someone could just literally come out from. It was a very narrow road. Someone could just come out from the bush. And I don't know how God kept us. God kept us. See, I didn't even have money to spend for my children. I just didn't. But I moved out in faith and say, look, this is one thing God is showing me strongly, and I want to do it. I'm just going to move. So our host was just going to pay for accommodation and host us and give us introduce us to people that we needed to interview. There's some cases that were pending and all of that. That was all. But every other thing was supposed to be on me. And God just literally sent Ogaima as an angel. And I don't know why. It was, we didn't have discussion on how much we're going to pay. None of that. And he just showed up and he did everything. We went and we came back. And if it wasn't him, if it wasn't the one that went with us, would have been stranded with my child. Hey, God. See, God is good. God is faithful. It was when we were on our way, we're like, God, what were we thinking? Why? Why are we here? It was myself and Appy. Why are we here? Why did we come? We shouldn't have done this job. What were we thinking? Like why? My God. So another person that God just used. So we had a very difficult time. There was a time in our lives that was really, really difficult for my husband and I. That's a story for another day. Story for another day. I mean, story for another day. He was working for someone who was comfortable, that could pay, ex-governor's wife for that matter, and she could pay. But things happened and it wasn't paid for a full year. We were almost stranded. Like, we were really, literally stranded. We didn't have money to eat. We had children. It was a difficult time. And I said, God, I can't beg. I'm not going to ask my family members because I'm married. I mean, I don't want to be that person. That's not who we are as a family and all of that. And literally one day, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Might not make sense, but yeah, it doesn't make sense what God does and the way He does His things. It's never logical. So He literally told me to go and meet this woman, and I went to meet her and I said, please, I want blah 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 for my children. I would give you your money in the evening. And she said, oh, that's fine, no problem. I told her, oh, this is where I stay, no problem. And she did. She gave me. Did I give her that evening? No. Of course. Where was I getting the money from? I had no idea. So I went to meet her and said, I'm sorry, the money I'm expecting has not come. I wasn't expecting money. It's in faith. I wasn't expecting money until I eventually paid her. And she said, oh, but you know what? It's not a problem. Anytime you need something, just come and pick it up. Then when you can, you pay. And I was doing that. My husband did not like it. No, if you know my husband, he doesn't like it. So he literally did not even know. Like, he doesn't know the extent of this, our relationship, my relationship with this woman. Her name is Mommy Amanda. I will call her name. I won't call her full name, but she was such a blessing. God used her literally for me. So I just used to go and take stuff and she would just write it down. And she was okay with it. My husband did not exactly know that's what we're doing. No, he won't find it funny anyway. You know, in fact, literally, if he knows, he will say, oh yeah, go and pay her now. Me, I'll say she can wait, she'll wait. Let me go and buy something from someone that cannot give us something that she doesn't have. I'll go and buy it from someone else. That kind of arrangements. I was living like that, and I knew that my husband, no, he doesn't like to borrow. He doesn't like to owe people. He's that sort of person. It's their family thing. He didn't like it. So I literally had to tell her that, please, I can't do this anymore. My husband is not it's not the sort of person, and I don't want to do it. And I started having headaches, BP. What do I do, Lord? And the Lord just kept on saying, go and meet her. I'm not joking, no. And I used to run away from her. I was hiding. Until one day she came to meet me and said, you don't know that you're the one helping me. I said, you say? So yeah, the one helping me with that one. I'm not really selling, no, but I need to leave the house on a daily. And I don't want my things to expire. So it's better you buy them than whenever you have, or when I'm ready to go to the market. That's when you bring the money. I was in shock. I'm like, really? Literally. So we're both helping ourselves. Not that she wasn't having sales, she was having small sales. But she then said, it's better, come and buy things in bulk. Come and buy half a bag of rice. Come and buy blah, blah, blah. So I was still in the arts, so I still used to have some gigs. And you know, in the arts, you might not have, it's not a 9 to 5, it's not a daily, it's not a monthly salary. So if I have a show in so month, then I could, and stuff like that. So that's how we managed for almost 2 years. And we had such a beautiful relationship. As in, I'm like, literally, God, you raised this woman. As in, you don't understand, if I don't come, she'll come and look for me, that you have not come to buy anything, are you running away? I say it's okay. As if she's come and look for me, that, or when we're passing, when we're going to make our hair for the children, I said, tell your mommy that I said hi. That kind of thing. And I'll go and say hello. She said, no, why are you running away? Don't worry, you're the one helping me. Literally. Until today, I mean, I don't need that anymore, but we're good friends. As in, God literally used her to be a blessing to me for 3 years. That 3 years, it was horrible, but thank God I had a Mommy Amanda. It's the funniest thing how God just, you know, it might not make sense to you. So for me, it looked like bondage. It looked like I don't like it. I don't like inconveniencing myself. The way God wants to bless you is the way He wants to bless you. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to probe. You don't have to worry. If God has said that's the way He's blessing you, be okay with it. Don't give yourself headaches. Don't give yourself BP. Don't give yourself worry. You know, I just really needed to share that. So there's some things that, and there's some situations that God has put in place and arranged for you, but you look back and think that, no, now. But it's the mercies of God, it's the way He has sorted you out so that you can, because I used to be a control freak, so I guess that's the way God, my people, that's one of my stories in stone, long and short, because that's another, if I get into it, that's another talk. So see you on the next episode. I hope the stories are blessing. I hope the stories are teaching you something that the goal for him is to never leave me stranded. You know, he's one that shows up for me and never leaves me stranded. And literally, that's what he did in those tough times. It was really tough, but he showed up for me. Thank you.